with this week's newsletter. Doug does a really great job on the newsletter each week, hitting parts states, and what's going on around the country, so on and so forth. So if you don't have the newsletter, you can sign up for it at huntingfishing.com and get it at the end of the week. Doug, what's going on this week?
Well, our opening subject matter is California. Jeez, couldn't believe this. Headline: California passes gun and ammunition tax.
Another one?
Another one, yeah. Governor Newsom has signed into law a tax. It will go effective next July, but with the already charges of $37.19 for each firearm sale, that's going to jump 11% next July. Now, they claim the money is earmarked for gun violence prevention, enhanced school safety programs, and victims of gun violence. But, the state of that state right now is in such bad shape economically. Who knows where that money's going to go? They can say what they want, but it's not going to be that way. And it's just another slice of the taxes in that state for Californians. Too bad. If they weren't leaving in droves before, boy, they'll be leaving now. Oh, sad. Anyway, moving on. We had a Montana grizzly bear encounter where a hunter kills a grizzly up in Beatty Gulch. And I think it was mentioned on the radio show about this situation. He was charged by a bear before shooting and killing the bear at close range in self-defense. Kind of like the episode that Kimo went through with his hunting episode in a grizzly bear.
Yeah, that could have been really sketchy. It turned out well. But also 3 days ago in Canada, Banff National Park, a grizzly bear killed 2 individuals, and the bear subsequently was euthanized. So these bears are nothing to goof around with.
Oh, no, not at all. And like I mentioned on the show, it's every week I see something on bears. We've got high activity going on with grizzlies. So if you're going to be out walking around up in their territory, boy, you better be prepared when you do go through those.
Yeah, I don't want to sound corny, but the old phrase, bear aware, you need to be bear aware because they will kill you and eat you. And the most common cause of bear attacks are infringing upon their territory, triggering their will to protect their territory. They'll come for you.
Well,
this is no joke.
Yeah, right. Especially if they have cubs with them, a female with cubs. You're in trouble. Big time. Let's see. This is kind of interesting. Scrolling down. What could have been apparently a new world record snapper was ended when a shark bit off the back half of this fish, leaving only its head. Now, the picture, I'm not sure about this picture, but because it's huge, this red snapper.
Oh, that's a monster. Oh, my goodness.
It is. And, this goes along with the things I've been reporting the last couple of weeks, where they want to invoke new, what do you call it? I don't know what the issue is. I can't think of it, Don. Oh, my gosh. There's legislation they're trying to propose to curtail sharks from biting off the fish that are being hit.
Yeah, and, good luck on that.
Yeah, right. I don't understand the whole concept at all. We as fishermen, even if you're doing freshwater, I don't care if it's bass or pike or something smaller. I mean, something bigger might come along and take a swipe at it, and you got nothing on the end of the hook. And your answer is nothing. You just live with it. There's nothing you can do.
Uh,
I've had that happen to me many times. I've got a small bass on the hook, and a pike comes up and grabs it. So what's the difference? Jeez. On their boats and water safety, Honda has introduced a 350 horsepower V8 engine. I
Nice.
can't tell you much about it, but that's a big motor. Moving on down. This is kind of interesting too, and I don't really understand the concept behind this. But Kansas lawmakers are threatening to strip $1 million in wildlife funding if the agency bans deer baiting. I know what baiting is. I get that. I don't think baiting should be allowed, period. But
Nope.
That's just me.
Nope.
That just doesn't make sense. That's not fair game. I don't get it. But they're on the hunt. Let's see. That's about it with that, I guess. It hasn't been passed yet, but hey.
That would be interesting, Doug, to have a conversation with Representative Lois Bloom in Clay County to see get his take on that, because there's a couple of other ones. Representative Ken Corbett also. He's the chair of the committee, and it's going to be interesting to see, because he owns a deer hunting lodge outside of Topeka, Kansas, and
he does.
he's charging these guys $1,000 a day per person,
Right.
with a 3-day minimum. So he's got some. Got some skin in the game on the bait. Now, we don't do that here in Arizona. Some of the Midwestern states do. Texas is big on that kind of thing, and but we don't have the population to sustain that kind of behavior. And if you look at fair chase or an advocate for fair chase, that kind of rubs you the wrong way. So.
Yeah, it does.
Just saying.
I agree. We got an article there about tips for hunters and tree stands. I'm not going to go through it, but you guys out there, you know what I'm talking about. Couple things. Ran across this. I don't know why. I just thought this was kind of goofy. Real tree sport coat. You take a look at that picture. I mean, I don't get this. This is beyond my understanding why anybody would wear a coat like that. And I don't know what they cost, but I'm sure they aren't cheap. But I just thought it was
$349.
There you go.
Yep.
And let's see, article out there on what do grizzly bears eat?
People. They eat people.
Just about any. They eat just about anything. I mean, the article goes through a lot of the different things that a bear would rely upon if there were no humans around. But trash cans. I don't care what it is.
Well, they're omnivores, and bears have known to eat anything, including people. I mean, it's no joke.
You're right. And we had several discussions about that on the radio show that I thought. Every week we have some talk about bears, and people just got to get it in their heads. You're going to go out there in their territory, you better be prepared.
Well, I think, Doug, that's the key to it. The encroachment by humans is increasing in numbers and in their territories. And, I'd like to see some kind of a comparison done on who the bears are chewing on. Because you get these people that drive Subarus and Starbucks and that kind. They're out there wandering. Oh, look at the birds! Oh my God, what's that big fuzzy thing? It's a bear! Oh my God, it just ate Louie. Come on.
Are they white? And they wear blue jeans or?
Yeah. These people are the same ones that are getting punched by buffalo and elk. This kind of thing in Yellowstone. It's just like. I hate to say it, but there are some legitimate bear encounters that can't be avoided, but my best guess is the bulk of them can be avoided. And if you get eaten by a bear, I can't help but think that's a special kind of stupid. I mean, bear aware sounds corny, but it's no joke.
No, it is not. I would never want to be in a position of being run down by a bear. Grizzly. No. Holy smokes, no. You're dead. All right, wrap this thing up. In Wyoming, 3 individuals are found guilty of wildlife violations in a mountain lion case. What caught my eye, and I'm glad Wyoming takes this seriously. I mean, I know most game and fish do. This case resulted in $7,300 in fines and $6,000 in restitution. And they were losing hunting privileges for 5 years, and another one lost his for 10 years. That's the kind of thing I would like to see when Game and Fish takes these people to court. You know, if you're going to do this kind of stuff, and what they're doing is poaching mountain lions, this is what you ought to be hit with, big time. So you can't do it anymore. And
well, just so you'll know, here's a clue. We're taking a look at some of the more egregious poaching cases here in Arizona, and this year we've had a couple. We've got another big one coming up. And my question to the Board of Commissioners: at what point does this crime become worthy of a felony? And they're looking into that, trying to change the rules. And because, some of these guys, it deserves jail time, a lot of jail time. And I don't remember the state where it was, but a fellow was convicted of poaching numerous elk. And he's going to be spending a number of days in jail for a number of years during elk season as part of his punishment. And I think that was in Idaho. Well, Idaho. Well, good for the judge or whomever came up with that particular bit of punishment. So that'd be almost as good as cutting his thumbs off, but just me. So anyway. No, I get it done. I'm with you on that. All right, that's what we got for this week. Okay, you guys can join the newsletter conversation at huntingfishing.com. Send Doug your comments. If there's anything we need to look at, let us know. We'll get after it. I'm Don McDowell with Doug at the Waffle House. All right, hey, we'll talk to you. Yeah, we'll talk to you guys next week.